You know, one of the best bits of advice I can give you is to avoid negative people in your life. Um, or avoid negative talk. That's probably the best way of saying it because, for all intents and purposes, I've got a big family. And there's some members of my family who I just don't listen to in general because they're negative and I don't want to listen to the negativity. I don't want to listen to the doom and gloom, to the pessimism. Not many members, right? I'm pretty fortunate that way. But in general, avoid negative stuff from people. There's a lot when you stop drinking alcohol. They'll see your journey and they don't necessarily see what you're doing as a threat, but they see the idea as a threat. You're at a position where you're trying to change things in your life, and maybe stopping drinking alcohol, stopping the flow of alcohol is one of those things. And as you stop the flow and you start to do the work on yourself and you start to improve, then it shines a light on their drinking, or their bad behaviors, their bad habits. And as a way of either deflecting it or bolstering up their own cognitive dissonance, they will then try and convince you that what you're doing is wrong. And that's negativity, It comes out in all kinds of ways, What are you doing? Moderation, everything in moderation. A couple of drinks is not bad. When they're talking about a couple of drinks, they're not talking about just taking one or two drinks into your body. If that's what this was all about, and just having one drink in a blue moon, like I had an auntie Fanny, and she only drank a glass of sherry once a year at Christmas. I'm not sure if it was Christmas Eve or whatever. It doesn't make any difference. But that was her. That was her idea of drinking. Maybe she had a glass of sherry at other special occasions, but that was it. And that was her idea of having a couple of drinks. Now, if we all did that, there would be no problem. There'd be no issue with it. It's people who are choosing to drink as a lifestyle choice, as a way of relaxing, as a way of socializing, and considering that we want to relax all the time. Our default is to relax and to chill and to take it easy, right? You work during the day, you come home, you want to relax. You want to relax at the weekends. You want to relax on your holidays. You want to relax on Christmas and other special occasions. You want to celebrate. You want to socialize with people. And this all gets entwined into all the best parts of our lives, right? That's what we're talking about. And that's where the damage is done because we're drinking so much. If it was only a couple of drinks, it wouldn't be bad enough. And as far as the moderation is concerned, would you moderate arsenic in your life? Everything in moderation, really, jumping off tall buildings in moderation. So just be careful about who you're listening to in life. Some people you're just going to have to avoid. I found there was a clear distinction for me with my friends. There was the friends that were part of my life because we shared the drinking with each other, and that was it. And then there was other friends who, they were friends in my life, they were family members, mostly family members for me, in all fairness. But I had a couple of friends who, I was Land Rover enthusiasts, for instance, or guys that I went fishing with, or different things like that. But I had more in common with them than the alcohol. And the people who I only had the alcohol in common with, they were gone very quickly out of my life. And that's okay, it just happens. It's a natural thing. A lot of this stuff is going to be just it will happen naturally, and you don't have to worry about it, But it's where somebody is close to you and you have to say it to them. That's where I think the difficulties can come into this, right? But, it has to be done. This part of the work, stop the flow, do the work, move on. If you're looking for help to stop drinking alcohol, don't forget to check out habitsv2.com. We've got a full program there, whether you're looking for, we've got a full program that'll take you all the way through to a year, and it's all about doing the work, changing mindsets, breaking down the habits. The breaking down the habits and building the habits, this is all part and parcel of changing the mindsets and changing the thinking, changing how you view yourself in this world.
that all becomes, so we're not deliberately setting out to break habits. It just happens as, again, a natural part of the process. And we've also got one-on-one coaching as well, if you're interested in that, if you don't want to do the videos. Take care of yourself, have a great week, and I'll speak to you in the next video. Onwards and upwards.